Hi, I'm John Hood, the author of a new novel called Mountain Folk. This is the 8th in a series of videos we've been preparing to offer you an advanced look at the themes, the characters, the settings, and the magical creatures that populate the world of Mountain Folk. I should explain right off the bat that Mountain Folk is a historical fantasy novel. It's set mostly in America between 1751 and 1791. So readers will meet Daniel Boone, George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, and other notables of history. Readers will also get to know Goran, who's a winged fairy, and Har the Tower, who's an improbably tall dwarf, and Dela, who's a mysterious water maiden. There's a great deal of magic, myth, and folklore in this novel, Mountain Folk, but the story itself is deeply rooted in historical fact. One of those facts is that seemingly small events can shape the course of history. A snap decision at a critical moment, a quirky accident, an unexpected discovery, a sudden twist of fate. There's an entire genre of fiction called alternative history that picks up this idea and runs with it. It asks readers to imagine what would have happened if, say, Julius Caesar hadn't been assassinated, or the South had won the Civil War, or if computing devices had been invented in the 19th century rather than the 20th century. The results of this work can be entertaining, it can be enlightening, but my novel, Mountain Folk, isn't strictly speaking alternative history. I'm not rewriting the outcomes of historical events. What I'm doing is offering alternative explanations of how those events might have happened. Behind me is a reconstruction of Fort Dobbs. It was built on the Carolina frontier during the French and Indian War. Its original intention was to serve as a refuge and a defense against attacks by French-allied Indian tribes such as the Shawnee. But other events produced a different outcome. You might say, a twist of fate. When the British captured modern-day Pittsburgh in 1758, they were assisted not only by American troops, but by warriors of the Cherokee Nation. After the Cherokees were denied provisions for their journey home, they took some horses that they felt they'd earned, but the Americans considered them thieves. So tensions escalated to all-out war. In early 1760, the Cherokees attacked all along the frontier. They also attacked Fort Dobbs. They made off with some horses, but they failed to take the fort. The war brought terrible suffering for the Cherokee, and it sowed the seeds of even more suffering in the future. In Mountain Folk, I depict several other twists of fate. A dense fog turns possible victory into bitter defeat. Thomas Jefferson barely escapes capture by a British army, and because of bungled orders, some of George Washington's best fighters never show up for his biggest battle. In each case, while I don't alter the basic historical facts, I let my human characters, my fairy characters, and even some monstrous beasts take actions that determine the course of history. It's all in good fun, of course, but it's also my way of underlining just how contingent history can be. In future videos, I'll tell you even more about the world of Mountain Folk. You can always learn more by visiting the website for the book. That's mountainfolkbook.com. While there, you can learn how to order the book. Mountain Folk makes its appearance on June 8, 2021. See you soon.